That deep, persistent itch under your toenail that you can never quite scratch. The sudden wave of anxiety when you have to take your shoes off in front of people, and that brittle, yellowed corner that shatters into dust the moment your nail finally looks pretty. It feels like an endless, frustrating battle against your own body. You've probably tried the expensive chemical creams that smell like gasoline, the prescription pills that require regular liver blood tests, or the costly salon treatments that promise a quick fix, but only mask the deeper issue while draining your bank account. The multi-billion-dollar pharmaceutical and beauty industries want you to believe that healing is expensive, painful, and requires a chemical laboratory. But the truth is much simpler and much cheaper. Your body possesses an incredible ability to regenerate, provided you stop accidentally sabotaging its natural defenses. Today, we are going to expose the hidden, everyday routines that are actively keeping your infection alive. By replacing these hidden triggers with simple, natural, low-cost household secrets, you will create a hostile environment for invaders and unlock visible results incredibly fast. Look closely at your nails right now. Look at the edges, the texture, and the discoloration. If you see even a faint hint of chalky white or pale yellow, your daily routine is feeding an uninvited guest. The very first habit that is fueling this cycle is wearing the exact same pair of closed-toe shoes 2 days in a row. It is incredibly easy to fall into the routine of grabbing your favorite, most comfortable sneakers or work boots morning after morning. But inside that dark, cramped environment, a micro-disaster is unfolding. Every single day, your feet sweat, producing up to half a pint of moisture. When you slip those shoes off at night, the interior remains damp, dark, and warm for hours. If you shove your feet back into those exact same shoes the next morning, you are inserting your toes into a fully activated incubator. The fungal spores do not just sit there. They feast on the residual moisture and burrow deeper into your porous nail plate. To break this loop instantly, you must enforce a strict 24-hour quarantine rule for your footwear. Every time you wear a pair of shoes, they require a full day to breathe and completely dry out. To accelerate this natural drying process and actively sanitize the environment, create a simple household pouch. Take a clean, dry cotton sock and fill it with 4 tablespoons of regular baking soda, mixed with 5 drops of pure, therapeutic-grade eucalyptus essential oil. Tie the sock with a rubber band and stuff it deep into the toe box of your shoe the moment you take it off. The baking soda acts as a powerful, natural desiccant, pulling every molecule of moisture out of the fabric, while the eucalyptus oil releases airborne compounds that break down fungal cell membranes overnight. This simple shift costs pennies and guarantees your feet enter a pristine, bone-dry environment every single morning. The second daily mistake you are likely making is stepping directly onto your bathroom bath mat immediately after washing. Think about your current routine. You step out of the shower, soaking wet, and plant your feet onto a plush, comfortable rug. That rug absorbs the water, sits on a cold tile floor, and rarely dries completely between uses. It becomes a thriving communal breeding ground. Every time your damp toe touches that mat, you are either depositing active spores or picking up a fresh layer of reinfection. To stop this cross-contamination, permanent results require a total shift in your post-shower protocol. Toss out the thick, soggy fabric mats and replace them with a natural, fast-drying, diatomaceous earth mat. Or simply place a clean, fresh bath towel on the floor for each shower, tossing it straight into the laundry afterward. Furthermore, the way you dry your feet matters immensely. Most people give their toes a careless, superficial swipe with a towel. Moisture remains trapped in the deep, narrow crevice between your skin and the nail fold. Instead, take an extra 30 seconds to meticulously blot each individual toe. If your nails are already compromised, use a disposable paper towel for the affected area so you do not accidentally transfer the microorganisms to your healthy nails or other parts of your body. The third habit feeding the destruction of your nails is the improper, aggressive use of metal pedicure tools, specifically when you try to scrape out the debris from under the nail. It is incredibly tempting to take a sharp metal file or a pair of pointed tweezers and dig out that chalky white buildup beneath the nail plate. It feels like you are cleaning it, but biologically, you are doing the exact opposite. Your nail plate is anchored to the delicate nail bed by a vital waterproof barrier called the hyponychium. When you jam a hard metal instrument under the nail, you tear this microscopic seal. This creates a brand new sterile pocket where stagnant water, dead skin cells, and microscopic spores can pool, completely shielded from oxygen. The moment you break that seal, you have built the ultimate fortress for an infection to thrive. To clean this area safely and naturally, abandon all metal tools immediately. Instead, use a soft, sterilized nylon brush or a blunt wooden orange stick wrapped in a thin layer of sterile cotton. Dip the cotton tip into a solution of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar, diluted 1:1 with warm water. Gently nudge the debris away without applying upward pressure against the nail plate. The natural acetic acid in the vinegar safely lowers the skin's pH, creating an acidic environment where invaders cannot survive, while leaving your physical tissue barriers fully intact. The fourth hidden trigger is the daily application of regular nail polish or thick gel coatings to hide the embarrassment of a discolored nail. It is completely understandable to want to mask a yellowing, thickening nail, especially during the summer or before a public event. But placing a non-porous synthetic chemical barrier over an active infection is like putting a plastic wrap over a patch of mold. Nails are naturally porous. They need to breathe and expel moisture. Regular nail polish seals the surface completely, trapping the body's natural sweat underneath the nail plate. This creates a hyperhydrated, oxygen-depleted zone where the microorganisms can eat away at your keratin completely unhindered. If you look closely at your nails right now and notice they look chalky or white after removing polish, that is a direct sign of moisture entrapment. You must let your nails breathe. If you absolutely must use color for a special occasion, switch exclusively to an all-natural, breathable polish infused with tea tree oil and remove it within 48 hours. Between polishes, dedicate time to a natural, deep-penetrating treatment. Take 3 drops of pure jojoba oil mixed with 2 drops of oregano essential oil. Jojoba oil mimics your skin's natural sebum, allowing it to act as a deep carrier vehicle. Use a clean Q-tip to paint this oil directly onto the bare nail plate, the sides of the nail, and the cuticle area twice a day. The carvacrol in the oregano oil works incredibly fast to penetrate the keratin layers, destroying the outer walls of the invading cells without trapping harmful moisture. The fifth counterproductive habit is soaking your feet in plain hot water for extended periods, or using harsh, stripping antibacterial body washes. Many people believe that scrubbing their feet with boiling hot water and heavy chemical soaps will sterilize the area. In reality, you are stripping away your body's primary defense mechanism, the acid mantle. Your skin is naturally covered in a thin, acidic film composed of lipids and beneficial bacteria that act as a shield against environmental pathogens. When you flood this system with highly alkaline commercial soaps or scalding water, you obliterate this protective layer and dry out the skin until it forms microscopic cracks. These tiny fissures are open doorways for spores to enter and take root. To restore your body's natural defense shield, replace your harsh soaps with a targeted, self-made natural rinse. In a small basin, combine 4 cups of lukewarm water, half a cup of genuine Epsom salt, and 1/4 cup of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. Soak your feet for exactly 10 minutes, no longer. The Epsom salt delivers vital magnesium to support local tissue health, while the apple cider vinegar carefully recalibrates the skin's pH back to its optimal acidic state. Once the 10 minutes are up, rinse with cool water to constrict the pores and blot completely dry. The sixth habit that is keeping your nails thick, brittle, and yellow is neglecting your internal digestive health and consuming a diet high in processed sugars and refined carbohydrates. It is easy to think of a nail issue as an isolated, external cosmetic problem, but your nails are a direct reflection of your internal ecosystem. When you consume sugar, white bread, pastries, or sodas, you cause rapid spikes in your blood glucose levels. This excess sugar circulates throughout your body, including the tiny capillaries that feed your nail matrix. This abundance of glucose serves as an internal buffet, fueling the overgrowth of systemic microorganisms that eventually manifest outwardly in your skin, hair, and nails. If you want a permanent household secret to clearing your nails from the inside out, you must starve the invader at its source. Start incorporating 1 tablespoon of organic, cold-pressed virgin coconut oil into your daily diet. Coconut oil contains high concentrations of lauric acid and caprylic acid, natural fatty acids that are scientifically proven to disrupt the cellular integrity of unwanted organisms internally. Pair this with a high-quality, soil-based probiotic to rebuild your gut flora, which will naturally boost your immune system's ability to fight off external issues before they ever reach your fingertips or toes. The 7th daily mistake is wearing tight, non-breathable socks made from synthetic materials like polyester, nylon, or cheap acrylic. Synthetic fabrics are essentially woven plastic. They do not absorb sweat. Instead, they trap it against your skin, creating a slippery, humid, friction-filled environment inside your shoe. Every time your toe rubs against the inside of a tight synthetic sock, the fabric inflicts microscopic trauma upon the nail plate, loosening it from the nail bed and allowing moisture to seep deep beneath the surface. To instantly reverse this damage, go through your drawer right now and discard any socks made from synthetic blends. Replace them exclusively with socks made from 100% organic cotton, merino wool, or bamboo fiber. Bamboo and merino wool possess natural, inherent properties that actively repel moisture and suppress odor-causing organisms. They pull sweat away from your skin and allow it to evaporate quickly, keeping your digits dry and cool throughout the hardest workdays. Furthermore, ensure your socks fit loosely around the toes. Your digits should be able to wiggle freely to maximize internal air circulation. The 8th habit feeding your nail issues is cutting your nails incorrectly, specifically rounding the edges deeply or trimming them too close to the quick. When you curve the edges of your toenails down into the side folds of the skin, you disrupt the natural growth trajectory of the nail plate. As the nail attempts to grow forward, the sharp curved edges dig directly into the surrounding flesh, causing micro tears, inflammation, and localized swelling. This compromised, inflamed tissue loses its ability to protect itself, making it incredibly easy for spores to colonize the area. To fix this, always use heavy-duty, straight-edge clippers that have been thoroughly wiped down with rubbing alcohol before each use. Clip your nails straight across, leaving a tiny sliver of the white, free edge visible. Never dig into the corners. If the corners feel sharp, use a clean glass nail file to gently smooth the edge in a single, outward direction. Never saw back and forth, as this splits the keratin layers and creates jagged entry points for infections. The 9th daily habit that is feeding your nail issue is poor peripheral blood circulation caused by prolonged sitting and physical inactivity. Your nails rely on a constant, rich supply of oxygenated, nutrient-dense blood delivered by the tiny capillaries in your extremities to grow thick, strong, and resilient. When you sit at a desk for hours without moving, blood pools in your lower legs, oxygen delivery plummets, and your body's immune cells cannot effectively reach your toes to fight off local infections. This lack of circulation causes your nails to grow incredibly slowly, allowing any invading organisms to outpace the natural growth of the nail plate. To dramatically stimulate blood flow and supercharge your body's natural defense mechanisms, implement a simple 2-minute daily movement routine. Every morning and evening, sit comfortably on a chair, lift your feet off the ground, and perform 30 full ankle circles in a clockwise direction, followed by 30 counterclockwise circles. Next, rapidly extend and flex your toes, splaying them wide apart and then curling them tightly as if you are trying to pick up a pencil from the floor. This targeted movement acts as a mechanical pump, instantly forcing fresh, nutrient-rich blood down into the nail matrix, giving your body the fuel it needs to push out fresh, healthy, crystal-clear nail growth. Take a moment right now to look at your hands and feet. Which of these 9 habits are you guilty of practicing every single day? Are you wearing the same shoes back to back, or are you trapping moisture under layers of dark polish? Share your current situation in the comments below. Let us know how many of these hidden triggers you are going to eliminate starting today, and use the comments section to track your progress over the next 5 days as you implement these natural, low-cost household secrets. By supporting your body's natural biology instead of fighting against it with harsh chemicals, you will notice incredible, visible changes faster than you ever thought possible. But clearing your nails is only half the battle when it comes to achieving flawless, radiant confidence. What happens when your skin begins to show signs of stress, fatigue, or uneven texture, threatening to undermine the hard work you have put into your wellness routine? If you have noticed sudden blemishes, dry patches, or rough skin on your hands and body, your daily washing habits might be to blame there as well. Do you know the single biggest mistake people make when cleansing their skin that accelerates aging and locks in dullness? Click on the video appearing on your screen right now to discover the hidden triggers destroying your skin's natural radiance and the exact household steps to fix it instantly.